These are the stories of 30 Marvel Cinematic Universe filming locations. The actual places where these stories unfolded continue evolving in our reality. The MetLife Building at 200 Park Avenue in Manhattan, which served as the basis for Stark Tower and later Avengers Tower, still stands today, looking much as it did when it was digitally transformed into Tony Stark's iconic headquarters. The 59-story International Style Building, constructed in 1963, was originally the Pan Am Building before MetLife acquired it in 1981. In the MCU, Tony Stark purchases this building and replaces its upper portion with his gleaming Stark Tower. The real MetLife Building remains a working office tower with no superhero technology inside. The MCU production designers chose this location because of the unique topography around Grand Central Terminal and the proximity to the Chrysler Building. Fans often take photos from the Grand Central Viaduct, trying to imagine the building's CGI transformation. Randy's Donuts in Inglewood, California, dash where Tony Stark sits in full Iron Man armor, eating donuts atop the giant donut sign in Iron Man 2, remains one of Los Angeles' most iconic roadside attractions. The giant donut perched on the roof, built in 1953, has become an even more popular tourist destination since the 2010 film immortalized it. The location looks remarkably similar today, with the massive donut sculpture still dominating the skyline along Manchester Boulevard near LAX. Randy's has fully embraced its MCU connection, with staff frequently encountering fans who come specifically because of the film. The building has been renovated while preserving the distinctive Googie architecture that makes it so recognizable. Tower City Center in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, served as the Washington D.C. shopping mall where Captain America and Black Widow share their famous escalator kiss while hiding from Hydra in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. The multi-level complex built within Cleveland's historic Terminal Tower continues operating today, though. It has struggled with retail challenges. The production chose Cleveland as a stand-in for DC because of tax incentives and diverse architecture. The mall's specific escalators and corridors where the chase sequence was filmed remain recognizable to fans who visit. Tower City has seen better days commercially, with declining foot traffic and changing retail patterns. But its MCU connection remains a point of Cleveland pride. The Liège-Guillemins Railway Station in Liège, Belgium, with its stunning futuristic architecture designed by Santiago Calatrava, it served as Xandar Plaza in Guardians of the Galaxy, where the team is arrested by Nova Corps. The station, completed in 2009, features dramatic white steel and glass construction that made it perfect for representing an alien civilization. The production chose this location because its architecture already looked otherworldly, requiring minimal CGI enhancement. The station continues serving as a major rail hub connecting Belgium to Germany, France, and the Netherlands. These Belgian tourism boards have promoted the station's appearance in the film. Fans can stand in the exact spots where the Guardians fought. Iguazu Falls, the massive waterfall system on the border of Argentina and Brazil, provided the establishing shots and wide views of Warrior Falls in Black Panther, where T'Challa defends his right to rule Wakanda. The falls, consisting of 275 individual cascades stretching nearly 2 miles, are one of South America's most spectacular natural wonders. The production filmed aerial footage and wide shots at Iguazu Falls, then built elaborate sets in Atlanta for the action. Iguazu Falls today looks exactly as it did during filming, with the thundering cascades appearing pristine. The falls sit within national parks protected in both countries. The Black Panther connection has increased tourism interest from Marvel fans wanting to visit the real Warrior Falls. The University of Toronto in Canada served as the campus of fictional Culver University in The Incredible Hulk, where Bruce Banner works as a scientist before his transformation. The Gothic Revival and Romanesque Revival architecture of the St. George campus provided the perfect backdrop for a prestigious research university. Several buildings and areas across campus were used for filming, including University College with its distinctive stone architecture. The production also filmed at Morningside Park in Ontario for the climactic battle. The campus has undergone various renovations since 2008, though the historic core remains largely intact. Students are aware of the campus's film history, though it's simply trivia for most. Leipzig/Halle Airport in Schkeuditz, and Germany served as the location for the epic showdown between Team Iron Man and Team Captain America in Captain America: Civil War. The production chose this German airport because it had the space and willingness to allow major filming for the extended fight sequence. The airport's modern terminals and runways provided authentic aviation infrastructure. Leipzig/Halle has returned to normal operations, serving passengers and handling significant cargo traffic as a DHL hub. The specific areas where the battle was filmed are now back in regular use, with no permanent markers. The airport has appeared in other films, including Flight Plan and Unknown. The massive scale of the Civil War battle required combining the real location with extensive visual effects. Point Dume in Malibu, California, and the surrounding coastal areas served as the location for Tony Stark's iconic cliffside mansion in Iron Man and sequels, though the actual structure was almost entirely CGI. The production chose Point Dume for its dramatic ocean views and stunning coastal geography. The mansion was digitally placed on the clifftops to create one of the MCU's most memorable locations. Point Dume today remains publicly accessible parkland with hiking trails and beach access. The actual house used for some exterior shots is a private residence that has dealt with trespassing Marvel fans. The destruction of Stark's mansion in Iron Man 3 was entirely digital. Malibu's exclusive reputation made it perfect for Tony Stark's pre-Avengers life. The New York Public Library's main branch at 5th Avenue and 42nd Street served as the exterior where Doctor Strange first encounters the Ancient One, and the Beaux-Arts landmark remains one of New York's most iconic buildings. The library, completed in 1911, features the famous lion statues Patience and Fortitude flanking its entrance stairs. The actual interior shots were filmed on sets, as the real library's rare book rooms couldn't accommodate magical effects. The library continues providing free access to information to millions of visitors annually. The building underwent major restoration work in 2011 for its centennial. Marvel fans can recreate scenes from outside, but should remember it's a functioning research institution. The Old Royal Naval College in Greenwich, London, served as the location for the climactic battle between Thor and Malekith in Thor: The Dark World, where reality-warping portals transport combatants through dimensions. The college, designed by Sir Christopher Wren in Baroque style and completed in the early 18th century, was originally a hospital for sailors. The production used the magnificent painted hall and surrounding courtyards. And now the college has appeared in numerous other major productions, including Skyfall, Les Miserables, The King's Speech, and The Crown. The site continues operating as a tourist attraction and events venue. The painted hall underwent major conservation between 2016 and 2019. Exeter College at Oxford University provided the setting for the chapel where Caecilius steals pages from the Book of Cagliostro in Doctor Strange. The college's Gothic Revival Chapel, completed in 1859, features soaring arches and stained glass that made it perfect for representing a repository of mystical knowledge. The production chose Oxford for its authentic medieval and Gothic architecture. Exeter College continues its primary mission of education, with students living and studying in the same spaces that appeared in the film. The chapel remains consecrated and regularly hosts religious services. And Oxford's broader role as a filming location has brought economic benefits while occasionally creating tensions with residents and students. The Cleveland Federal Reserve Bank served as the interior of the Triskelion, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s headquarters in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. The Art Deco building's imposing architecture and secure governmental feel made it perfect for representing a major intelligence agency's command center. Cleveland served as a stand-in for Washington, D.C. Throughout much of the film. The building's interior, with its 1920s design and impressive central atrium, provided the right atmosphere for S.H.I.E.L.D.'s headquarters. The building remains an active Federal Reserve facility and is not open to casual visitors. Cleveland has fully embraced its role as a major MCU filming location, with multiple sites where Winter Soldier filmed promoted as cultural attractions. The historic 3rd Ward in Milwaukee, Wisconsin provided the setting for several scenes in Captain America: Civil War, with the city's industrial architecture making it perfect for smaller-scale confrontations. The production used Milwaukee locations including the Oriental Theater and various streets in the 3rd Ward. Milwaukee has increasingly attracted film productions, seeking authentic Midwestern cities with historic architecture. The Third Ward has transformed dramatically since filming, with extensive redevelopment turning the former warehouse district into an upscale neighborhood. The gentrification means filming locations from 2016 may look noticeably different today. Local residents take pride in their city's film appearances, though the relatively brief screen time means less cultural impact. The Riviera Hotel on Jones Street in San Francisco's Tenderloin district served as the exterior for the Milgram Hotel where Scott Lang lives after prison release in Ant-Man. The historic hotel, originally built as luxury in 1907, has declined into single-room occupancy housing, serving San Francisco's poor. The production chose this location because it needed a rundown, seedy hotel for a just-released ex-con. The building's deteriorated condition and the Tenderloin's reputation for drugs and crime made it perfect. The hotel and surrounding Tenderloin have not significantly improved since filming. The contrast with gleaming tech facilities showcases San Francisco's extreme inequality. Shawarma Palace from the post-credits scene of The Avengers was filmed at Elat Burger in Los Angeles, which has since changed its name to Shalom Grill, but continues operating as a Middle Eastern restaurant. The scene, shot after the film's premiere, shows exhausted Avengers silently eating shawarma after saving New York. The restaurant is located on Santa Monica Boulevard and looks much the same on the outside. The scene's popularity has made the restaurant a destination for Marvel fans. The owners have embraced the Marvel connection, with photos and memorabilia from filming displayed inside. The scene's humor comes from showing superheroes doing mundane activities after world-threatening battles. The Commodore Barry Bridge connecting Pennsylvania and New Jersey appears in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings during the spectacular bus fight sequence. The production chose this bridge for its dramatic architecture and the logistical feasibility of closing portions for filming. The sequence required extensive planning, with authorities to ensure traffic safety. The bridge itself was not damaged, with all destruction created through special effects. Then the bridge handles thousands of vehicles daily, and remains a vital transportation link. Fans driving across can imagine Shang-Chi fighting on top of a speeding bus. The production's choice to film on a real bridge rather than using only green screen gave the sequence visceral reality. PIM Technologies' headquarters from Ant-Man was filmed at the Electromotive Diesel facility in Illinois, which today continues operating as an industrial facility manufacturing locomotives. The production chose this location for its modernist corporate architecture and sense of technological sophistication. The building's exterior appears in sequences where Scott Lang infiltrates the facility to steal the Yellow Jacket suit. The facility remains an active workplace manufacturing diesel-electric locomotives for freight railroads. Marvel fans visiting Chicago can view the building's exterior from public roads, though as an active industrial facility, it's not open for tours. The production's use of a real corporate facility added authenticity to the tech company aesthetic. The Dania Beach Bar and Grill in Dania Beach, Florida, served as Neptune's Net, the beachside restaurant where Tony Stark meets with Rhodey in Iron Man 2, though the real Neptune's Net is in Malibu, California. The production filmed in Florida because shutting down the actual Neptune's Net on the busy Pacific Coast Highway would have been difficult and expensive. The Dania Beach restaurant provided similar beach views and casual seafood atmosphere. The restaurant continues operating today, serving seafood to locals and tourists. The establishment has embraced its Marvel appearance with references to the filming visible in marketing. The real Neptune's Net in Malibu remains popular, unaware their spot was doubled by a Florida restaurant. The Porsche Experience Center in Atlanta appears in Captain America: Civil War during the airport battle preparations, with the modern facility's test track and dramatic architecture visible in establishing shots. The center, which opened in 2015, offers Porsche owners the opportunity to test drive vehicles on a purpose-built track. The production used the facility's distinctive architecture and automotive connection to establish the airport location. The center continues operating today as a premier destination for Porsche enthusiasts, hosting driving experiences and corporate events. The facility's appearance in a major Marvel film brought additional attention and prestige. The Atlanta area's role as a major MCU filming hub means numerous local locations appear in various Marvel films. Flushing Meadows Corona Park in Queens, New York, appears in several Marvel films, including Spider-Man: Homecoming. The park, created for the 1964 World's Fair, contains the Unisphere, a massive steel representation of Earth that has become a Queens landmark. The park continues serving as one of New York City's largest public spaces, hosting the U.S. Open Tennis Tournament and providing green space for Queens residents. The area around Flushing Meadows has seen tremendous demographic change. The park's appearance in Marvel films helps establish Peter Parker's Queens identity, grounding Spider-Man in a specific borough. The Unisphere remains one of the most photographed structures in Queens. The park's free access means anyone can visit locations that appear in Marvel films. St. John the Divine Cathedral in Manhattan appears in Doctor Strange during the New York Sanctum sequences, with the massive Gothic Revival Cathedral providing suitable mystical atmosphere. The cathedral, still under construction after more than 130 years, is one of the world's largest church buildings. The production used the cathedral's distinctive architecture to establish the New York Sanctum's presence in Greenwich Village. The cathedral continues hosting religious services, concerts, and cultural events. The building has been featured in numerous films and shows over decades. The cathedral's continued construction means it looks somewhat different today than during filming. That visitors can tour the cathedral during designated hours. The Duquesne Incline in Pittsburgh appears briefly in The Avengers during the SHIELD helicarrier sequences, with the distinctive red cable cars visible in background plates. The historic funicular railway, built in 1877 to transport residents up Pittsburgh's steep hills, continues operating today as both transportation and tourist attraction. The incline's appearance in Marvel films brought additional attention to this Pittsburgh landmark. The surrounding Pittsburgh area has undergone significant transformation, with the city transitioning from its industrial past to a hub for healthcare, education, and technology. The incline has been carefully maintained and restored, preserving its Victorian-era character. Pittsburgh's broader role as a filming location has grown. The High Museum of Art in Atlanta appears in Black Panther during the museum heist sequence, where Killmonger steals vibranium artifacts. The museum's distinctive modern architecture, designed by Richard Meyer and expanded by Renzo Piano, provided the perfect high art setting for the opening action sequence. The museum continues operating as one of the Southeast's premier art institutions, hosting world-class exhibitions. The production's use of the museum brought attention to Atlanta's cultural facilities. The museum has not significantly changed since filming, though exhibitions rotate. The surrounding Midtown Atlanta area has seen extensive development, with new residential towers and cultural venues transforming the neighborhood. Marvel fans can tour the High Museum. Pinewood Atlanta Studios serves as the production home for most Marvel films since 2014, with the massive facility in Fayette County, Olmsted, Georgia hosting sound stages, backlots, and production offices. The studio complex spans over 700 acres and ranks among the largest film studios in the United States, built specifically to attract major productions through Georgia's generous tax incentives. While the studio itself is not a filming location in the traditional sense, its role in creating the MCU cannot be overstated. The facility continues expanding, adding new sound stages and infrastructure. The studio's impact on Georgia's economy has been substantial, creating thousands of jobs and establishing Atlanta as a major filmmaking center. The Cleveland Arcade appears in Captain America: The Winter Soldier during Hydra chase sequences, with the Victorian-era shopping arcade's distinctive architecture providing period detail. The arcade, built in 1890, features a stunning glass skylight and 5 stories of ornate ironwork. Cleveland served as Washington, D.C. for much of the film, with the arcade's 19th century elegance contrasting with modern espionage action. The arcade continues operating as a shopping and office complex, with the historic structure carefully preserved. The building has appeared in numerous other productions seeking Victorian industrial architecture. Cleveland's multiple MCU filming locations have made the city proud of its Marvel connections. The Cleveland Museum of Art appears in Captain America: The Winter Soldier during sequences establishing SHIELD's operations and the broader Washington setting. The museum's neoclassical building and world-class art collection provided gravitas and sophistication to the spy thriller narrative. The museum continues operating as one of America's premier art institutions, with free admission to its permanent collection. The building has been expanded and renovated since filming, with a modern addition complementing the historic structure. Cleveland's role in the film brought economic benefits and cultural prestige. The museum's appearance helped establish the film's tone of government power and institutional authority. Cleveland State University appears in Captain America: Civil War during various sequences filmed around the downtown Cleveland campus. The urban university's mix of modern and historic buildings provided versatility for the production filming multiple D.C. locations. The campus continues educating thousands of students in the heart of downtown Cleveland. The university has seen ongoing construction and development since filming, with new academic buildings and student facilities. Cleveland State's downtown location made it convenient for productions already filming extensively in Cleveland. The campus represents the kind of functional urban spaces that ground superhero films in recognizable reality. The Cleveland Public Library appears in Captain America: The Winter Soldier during sequences involving data research and SHIELD files. The library's impressive historic building and extensive collections provided authentic governmental and institutional atmosphere. The library continues serving Cleveland residents with books, research materials, and community programs. The building has been renovated and updated to maintain its role as a modern library while preserving historic architecture. Cleveland's multiple civic buildings appearing in Marvel films showcase the city's impressive public infrastructure. The library represents the intersection of knowledge, power, and surveillance that defines the Winter Soldier narrative. Atlantic Station in Atlanta, a mixed-use development, appears in various MCU films as background for urban sequences and cityscapes. The development's varied architecture enables realistic portrayal of urban environments where heroes and villains battle. Atlantic Station continues operating as a major retail, residential, and office complex serving Atlanta. The area has seen continued development and evolution since becoming an MCU background location. Atlanta's role as Marvel's production home means numerous locations throughout the metro area appear in various films. Atlantic Station represents the kind of modern urban development that provides versatile filming locations. The Cleveland Memorial Shoreway over the Cuyahoga River appears in Captain America: The Winter Soldier during the exciting highway chase scenes. Cleveland's highways and bridges provided the infrastructure for the film's elaborate pursuit sequences involving the Winter Soldier. The Shoreway continues serving as a major Cleveland transportation artery, connecting downtown to lakefront neighborhoods. The highway has undergone periodic maintenance and updates since filming. The production's use of actual Cleveland highways for chase sequences added authenticity and local character. The area around the Shoreway has seen waterfront development and urban renewal. Cleveland's infrastructure playing a starring role in MCU action brought unusual attention to the city's roads and bridges.